Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my friend, welcome back with me. My name is Hanifa ALSA SHAFIRA from class regular A. Now we are going to learn about GM food or genetically modified food. What is GM food? Genetically modified GM food is food derived from organisms whose genetic material DNA has been modified in a way that does not occur naturally, e.g. through the introduction of a gene from a different organism. The technology is often called modern biotechnology or gene technology, sometimes also recombinant DNA technology or genetic engineering. Currently available GM foods stem mostly from plants, but in the future foods derived from GM microorganisms or GM animals likely to be introduced on the market. Example of GM food: corn, field and sweet. The GM version of field corn protects the crop against corn rotworms and the Asian corn borer. Like GM field corn, GM sweet corn also protect the crop against destructive pests. Papaya. The GM version of papaya makes the plant resistant to the prevalent papaya ring spot virus. Soybeans. The GM soybeans plant is resistant to pests and diseases as well as being tolerant or herbicide that are most effective, allowing for less herbicide use overall. Cotton. GM cotton requires fewer pesticides and protect against the cotton bollworm. Data about GM food usage around the world and in Indonesia. In 2011, the percentage of GMOs in world production stood at 83 for cotton, 75 for soybeans, 32 for corn, and 26 for rapeseed. The production is the pressure of 29 countries, mainly the United States, Brazil, Argentina, India, and Canada. Meanwhile, cultivation of GMO remains forbidden in over 30 nations. In 2015, a majority of European Union countries decided to block the cultivation of 8 new types of GMOs, pending new data and approval for regulatory bodies. Nonetheless, the European Union remains the greatest user of GMOs. 13 million tons of genetically modified soybeans and corn are required for animal feed every year. GMO product in Indonesia entered in 1991, and until now the products from this GMO are increasingly growing, such as sweet corn, watermelon without seed, and golden rice. So about GM food. Manufacturers use genetic modification to give food desirable trait. For example, they have designed 2 new varieties of apple that turn less brown when cut off pros. The reasoning usually involves making crop more resistant to diseases as they grow. Manufacturers also engineer products to be more nutrition or tolerant or herbicide. Crop protection is the main rationale behind this type of genetic modification. Plants that are more resistant to diseases spread by insect or virus result in higher yields for farmers and more attractive products. Genetically, modification can also increase nutritional value or enhance flavor. All these factors contribute to lower costs for the consumer. They can also ensure that more people have access to quality food. Cons about GM food. Because genetically engineering food is a relatively new practice, little is known about the long-term effect and safety. There are many purported downsides, but the evidence varies, and the main health issues associated with GMO food are hotly debated. Research is ongoing. Allergic reaction, cancer, antibacterial resistance. There is concern that genetic modification, which can boost a crop, resistant to diseases or make it more tolerant to herbicide, could affect the ability of people to defend against illness. My opinion about GM food, in an increasingly advanced era, there are also more and more technological development, one of which is GM food. With the existence of GM food, farmers feel profitable and there are also many types of commodities product. But the problem, the costs are very many. Not all products from GM food are good for the long-term health of living things. Besides that, they can also damage the ecosystem in the environment. I do not agree with the existence of GM food because all living things will feel the impact that can cause more severe damage to the earth. That's all. Thank you and see you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.